Hey guys, what's going on? Today is the day. Chelsea set to take on Real Madrid away for the first leg in the Champions League. We know this is a big one. It's the semi-finals. We've gotten this far quite a few times, but it doesn't feel like we've got this far in a while. You know, last year, of course, Bayern Munich were currently out of the competition. Gave us a real show and two to kick us out last year, but this year probably wasn't the year I thought we would go this far into it. You know, with all these new signings, I had high hopes when they were getting signed, but realistically you think you're going to have to give them a season or two to really sort of start clicking and getting into gear. And you could argue that they still really aren't. You know, Timo Werner, even though he scored in the previous fixture, still not up there. You know, I think he scored maybe 6 Prem goals since he's been here, which isn't what we're looking for from him. Ziyech we haven't seen the best of yet either. Thiago Silva we have seen a lot of good stuff from, to be fair. Kai Havertz starting to show a little bit of something, but still not, you know, what we're looking for. So these new signings really aren't there yet, but somehow with Thomas Tuchel, with his tactical prowess, we are managing to go very strongly through the Champions League. And Real Madrid, this is probably going to come back to bite me in the backside, but it's not the worst tie. I'm not looking at this one really terrified, except for, as you can see pictured here, Eden Hazard. Now, of course, we know the situation with Hazard. He used to play for us. He left. He said when he left that, I hope we play in the Champions League every year so I get to see you again. And it's happened. He is looking like he should be fit to play. Will he play? I don't know. Zidane might choose not to play him for this game, given the, you know, previous ties to the club. Or he might think, you know what, now is the time to unleash him. Hazard's got maybe a little bit of something to prove. Not that, you know, there's any bad blood between him and Chelsea. But I think every player would like to, you know, he's not at the best of times at Madrid. And on the big stage in the Champions League semi-final against his old club would be a nice way to score, I guess. Although I like to think that he would feel a little bit bad for it. But Chelsea v Madrid, I assume the lineup is going to be pretty standard as to what we've seen recently. You know, I don't think we're going to see a change in formation or anything drastic like that. We'll still see the 5 at the back, the wing backs pushing on, 2 central midfielders. Kovacic is the only player that isn't available for this one, which is a big shame. Of course, you know, he was at Real Madrid, but Kovacic in general is, you know, a very strong player for us, and not having him is a downside. You know, they could really target Jorginho. He's a little bit slow sometimes, can lose possession a little bit sometimes, but assuming he's, you know, he's switched on, we should be okay with Jorginho and Kante. I assume it'll be in midfield. We did see Tuchel try out Mason, sitting a little further back the other day. Maybe we'll see that, but I'd expect to see Kante, Jorginho, and then Mason as one of the sort of cams, and then of course the striker, who I assume is going to be Timo Werner. Maybe Kai Havertz as a false 9, he'll try that again, with then Timo and Mason sort of playing off of him. I'm not sure what he's going to go with. Of course, you've got Olivier Giroud as a great option. You know, it would be a nice surprise to bring Giroud back into the fold. But I think Thomas Tuchel is going to go with either Timo or Kai Havertz up front, and then Mason and maybe Pulisic playing off of him, something along those lines. So it's going to be a tough one. I will I'll have a video up after the game, whether it will be, you know, directly after, because it's a late kickoff, as you can see at the bottom here. It is an 8 p.m. kickoff, so maybe not directly after the game, maybe the next day, and we will talk about whatever the result shall be. If it's Chelsea getting an away goal and getting a win today, I will be ecstatic. If it's a Real Madrid narrow win, you know, it's still doable when we're at Stamford Bridge, so it's not the worst thing in the world. But this Thomas Tuchel side has shown, if anything, that it is really strong at nullifying other teams' attacks. We saw it with Manchester City, Atletico Madrid, any other big teams we've realistically played. We've seen that we can actually stop you doing what you want to do. And, you know, we play our game. We're not the greatest attacking side. We might get 1 or 2 goals in a game. More than likely 1 at the moment, it seems, especially against Real Madrid. I'd expect us to maybe get a 1-0 out of here, and that'd be fine. It's an away goal as well. But we're really good at nullifying opposition attacks. So, you know, the Eden Hazards, the Benzema, etc., that's going to be attacking us. Hopefully, we can continue that trend and stop them from scoring. And, you know, when we're at Stamford Bridge, then we can go a little bit more adventurous and hopefully get the win. but we'll see how it plays out. Realistically, tonight could end 4-4, and it would create a very interesting scenario back at Stamford Bridge. This could be a crazy game. I could also see it being the typical, under Thomas Tuchel, sort of 1-0, 1-1 maybe against Real Madrid. I'd be fine with either of those, I guess. But we shall see. Best of luck to all of us Chelsea fans, Real Madrid. I hope that we can get past them, because this would be huge to get to a Champions League final against either Man City or PSG. Again, not the greatest teams in the world. I'm not as scared of either of them as I am of Bayern Munich last year. Of course, we beat Manchester City recently. It wasn't their entirely full-strength squad, but it was a pretty decent squad. And PSG, you know, they have frailties, even though their attack is obviously insane. But we'll see. First of all, we got to get through Real Madrid. So let's go, Chels. Hopefully we can get the dub on this one. I'll see you guys after the game.